I'm just going to go straight for a Sucker Punch into the Dragapult and Rock Slide. It's Life Orb Chien-Pao, not Focus Sash, but even so, getting this damage into it. We actually just knock out the Dragapult with the Sucker Punch, so I guess Iron Head into Chien-Pao might have been better, but maybe I get a flinch here. Yeah, I do. Okay, nice. It's April 1st, and at least today this ladder is still here. Plus I get to play it with funny sprites, so we'll do one more round of some amount of Ring 6, Pick 4 random doubles. Why not? As long as there are actually people playing on this ladder, it's not dead. Hopefully. Find an opponent. Alright, we got an opponent. Vault and Veluza. Okay, I have Rillaboom and not... okay, let's actually look at my sets. And their sets, I have... It's a funny Cyclozar sprite. I have Assault Vest Rillaboom, High Horsepower, Scarf Annihilate. This Melodic has Dragon Tail for some reason. I have Life Orb Charizard. Life Orb Farigiraf, okay. And Shell Smash Poltegeist. I think I just want to lead Annihilate and Final Gambit something right away. They have Orthworm, Cyclozar, Veluza, Raikou, Mandibuzz, Melodic. I'll bring Rillaboom, that's pretty strong here. Charizard's not that strong here, but maybe it's worth it anyway. I'll bring Poltegeist. I'll bring Melodic. And I'll just kind of try to figure something out. But if I can just win with Rillaboom, that would be nice. I don't know if it'll be that simple. Taking their time, but of course they're entitled to do that. Oh, here we go. Mandibuzz and Raikou against Annihilate and Rillaboom. I don't know Mandibuzz's base HP, but I'm down to just go straight for a Final Gambit into that. And honestly, Woodhammer this Raikou. Raikou protects, Mandibuzz doesn't. Ah, it doesn't get KO'd. Okay. Well, I had no idea whether it would get KO'd or not. Do I have a threat into Mandibuzz now? I guess Melodic is the best I've got. I'll Terra Dragon and just go right for an Icy Wind, and let's again try to Woodhammer this Raikou. Cosplaying as a dragon type? I didn't notice that before. I don't get my Citrus Berry, but at least I still have Grassy Terrain up. Icy Wind didn't do a whole lot to the Mandibuzz though, did it? No, it doesn't even KO. But they're not, it's not really very threatening, especially now that they've knocked off both of my items. I guess I could Roost. I'm going to Scald, maybe I get a burn. And I'm just going to Grassy Glide the Raikou. It protects, fair enough. Scald actually KOs. I guess it's not a spread move. I think it Orthworm. I can just Scald that too. Potentially weaken its body press damage. And I'm still going for that Grassy Glide into Raikou. I don't think they have anything they want to switch into that slot. Which means they didn't bring Cyclozar, which makes sense. The other two are water types, but they've actually DC'd. We'll see if they come back. And if not, this will be a pretty quick best of 3 set, huh? Seconds. Okay, I don't think they're coming back. Oh, cheat. Do we still have to do a game 2? Where they probably still just don't come back? Is that really how it works? Okay, they only get like 10 seconds. That's fine. Alright, that was a quick game 2. GG's. Let's see if I can get another opponent. Okay, much faster this time. Is that Doug Dimmadome? They got Doug Dimmadome on their team. Okay, I have Life Orb, Moxie, Honchkrow with Heat Wave, so mixed Honchkrow. Dragon Dance, Clear Amulet, Zekrom, that's fun. Terra Rock, Life Orb, Bombardier, Life Orb, Alolan Dugtrio with Tangling Hair, interesting. Life Orb, Bruxish, Strong Jaw, No Dazzling, Assault Vest, Komala. They have Galarian Weezing, Dragapult, Salamence, Plusle, Torkoal, Chien-Pao. So potentially some overwhelming and extremely fast physical offense coming out here. I probably want to lead Honchkrow to try to check the... they have the Intimidate though on the Salamence, but yeah. The Salamence is mostly special though. I'm worried about the Chien-Pao Dragapult duo, so I'll lead Honchkrow so I can try to Sucker Punch the Pult. I would like to bring Zekrom. I think I will bring Zekrom, but I don't think I can safely lead it here. I'm going to bring Dugtrio, Zekrom, Bruxish. Yeah, it is sure enough. Black Child Defoe. It is sure enough that Dragapult, Chien-Pao lead. They do not have Sacred Sword. I'm just going to go straight for a Sucker Punch into the Dragapult and Rock Slide? It's Life Orb Chien-Pao, not Focus Sash, but even so, getting this damage into it. We actually just knock out the Dragapult with the Sucker Punch, so I guess Iron Head into Chien-Pao might have been better, but maybe I get a flinch here. Yeah, I do. Okay, nice. Lucky me. Otherwise, that Moxie boost on Honchkrow wouldn't be going anywhere. We get Doug Dimmadome on the board now. It's Terra Dark Honchkrow, so I can't really do much about the Dazzling Gleam, but what I can do is I can Sucker Punch the Chien-Pao. It doesn't accomplish anything if they Sucker Punch me. I'm actually going to protect Honchkrow this turn. And I'm going to go right for... They have Fire Blast, but yeah, I'm going to go right for an Iron Head into Weezing. Big damage. The Icicle Crash. So I should be able to Sucker Punch the Chien-Pao. And Iron Head the Weezing again. Life Orb Galarian Weezing, that's pretty strange. They Sucker Punched me now. Okay, so they got me with that, but the Chien-Pao can only attack one more time before it drops to its own Life Orb, and they only have one other Pokemon left. Let's see what it is. After I make my choice here, which is going to be Bruxish. I get Salamence. Check Draco Meteor, Dual Wing Beat, Fire Blast. I'll just Sucker Punch into the Salamence, get some damage on it, and I'll go for a Psychic Fangs as well. Chien-Pao can knock something out if it wants, but then it drops to its own Life Orb. They actually just double protect this turn, okay. I'll just keep pressuring the Salamence, I guess. We're trying to, at least. It has Protect and 3 attacks, so it probably does attack this turn. Take that Sucker Punch damage, which of course is boosted by their own Sword of Ruin. Terra Steel. Okay, they knock out Bruxish, but they trade their Chien-Pao for that. The Sucker Punch crits. Nice. And Honchkrow does not drop to a dual Wing Beat, and now I get Zekrom. And just Sucker Punch, and I mean, Sucker Punch should KO anyway, but I'll click Bolt Strike. I guess I could have clicked Dragon Dance because I thought they might protect there, but anyway, we'll go to game 2. I have a Bruxish again. Okay. Finding Band, Infestation, Toxapex. Doesn't even have Toxic Spikes. Life Orb Revavroom with Parting Shot. Iron Defense Body Press Earthworm. Coaching Virizion with mixed offense. That's pretty strange. Choice Band, Bruxish, Strong Jaw. Life Orb Mismagius with Will-O-Wisp. I should be able to work with this. Their team's a little bit tricky though. They have a lot of special offense, so Iron Defense and Will-O-Wisp and stuff doesn't match up super well into this. They have Life Orb Kilowattrel. Tail Glow Manaphy. Uh-oh. They have Poison Gas and Encore on their Corrosion Salazzle. Life Orb Sky Shaman. Pretty weird Screamtail set. And Life Orb Rockhead Pseudo Woodo. Yeah, I have plausibly decent Pokemon. I just don't have much of a matchup into this team. Honestly, I don't hate trying to poison stuff with Toxapex. And maybe get some parting shots with Revavroom. And then try to win with these two. The Earthworm stuff could be fun, but I just don't think this is a matchup for it. That Revavroom sprite is so funny. So they have Corrosion on Salazzle. They actually can poison both of my Pokemon, even though they're poison types. Try to get a Toxic and parting shot here. They do quick Poison Gas. They miss both of my Pokemon, so that's some good luck there. They went for Poison Gas and Thunder Wave in the same turn. Covering their bases, I guess. The Screamtail has Play Rough as its only attack. I'll go Bruxish here. They don't have a Psychic Resist, except Screamtail, which is already on the field. So Psychic Fangs into Salazzle is pretty free. It can poison me, but its damage is nerfed, of course. And I'll click Toxic into that slot too, in case they switch. They don't. They poison Toxapex and Bruxish. Makes sense, I guess. They get Stealth Rock. We do just knock Salazzle out here with the Choice Banded Bruxish. Screamtail's still on the field, so that's still their only Psychic Resist. So hopefully I can just click another Psychic Fangs into whatever comes in. It's Manaphy. Does not have a way to cure status. It has Hydration, but no way to set up Rain. So I'll just Toxic and Psychic Fangs into that, I think. They can Protect and stall a little bit. Yeah, we'll see what that does for them. Well, they get a Play Rough into Bruxish, so they are starting to rack up damage on that Pokemon, but I mean, I'm getting that Toxic damage onto Screamtail at the same time. I'm just going to go for Toxic and Psychic Fangs again. That doesn't KO, but Manaphy does not go next. I get a big Psychic Fangs into it, use its Citrus Berry, it gets a Tail Glow. Poison, but it's still going to take a while to go down. They can safely protect Manaphy here. But there's not really anything I can do to preserve Bruxish. I just let it go down here, I think. So I'm going to click Infestation into the Screamtail. And just Psychic Fangs into Screamtail as well, because I think they protect Manaphy. Okay, they lock me into Toxic. They Hydro Pump Toxapex. I had a KO on Manaphy there, but I thought it would protect because Bruxish drops to poison damage this turn. But now I can get Miss Magius in, I guess. Just have to deal with this Shaman. Shaman is probably faster than Miss Magius, and of course it has Air Slash, so easier said than done dealing with it. And I don't have Protect. So I guess I just Shadow Ball and hope for the best. Terra Steel, okay. They Earth Power Toxapex. But get the Shadow Ball off. Big damage. I might still lose the Shaman, because yeah, I dropped to this +3 Hydro Pump. And now I just have Revavroom left, and it's paralyzed, and they have Earth Power. I haven't Terra'd yet, though, have I? Terra Water? If they don't click Seed Flare, this might work out. I don't have an attack to hit it, though. I just have to Iron Head. Earth Power, and does Manaphy knock me out? Yeah. Ooh, almost. No, actually I won. Okay, wow, okay, I crit the Shaman. Alright. But I didn't win. I dropped to... Was that Life Orb Revavroom? I crit the Shaman. I saw Revavroom survive their attacks, and I thought, oh, I won, and then I crit the Shaman. But then I dropped to my own Life Orb damage, and yeah, the Toxic is just a little bit too slow on the Manaphy. That means we're going to Game 3, though. What do I have here? Minesweeper. A Minesweeper on my team. Swords Dance Overquill with Intimidate and Life Orb. Assault Vest Sarina. Terra Fire. Iron Defense Body Press Skarmory. Encore Tailwind Bug Buzz Thunder Wave Illumines. Okay, not bad. Choice Band Hisuian Arcanine. Okay. And Specs Mesprit. Interesting. They have Taunt, speed controlling, speed Deoxys. They have Plunder Policy Glaceon with Blizzard. That's fun. And Calm Mind. Screens Grimmsnarl. That could be a pain. Assault Vest Metagross. That could be a pain. Life Orb Sawsbuck. Swords Dance. Okay. And Swords Dance Greedent. They have Thunder Wave on the Grimmsnarl. They do not. They do have Parting Shot. But I kind of want to just Illumise Arcanine and try to blast through. And I guess if I'm just trying to blast through, I bring Mesprit, and I don't think Sarina is that good here, so Overquill. I don't like that Illumise Sprite. Okay, there's the Grimmsnarl. They don't have Fake Out. They can Parting Shot Arcanine, but I don't have to Tailwind here. I can't Thunder Wave the Grimmsnarl because it's a Dark type, but I can double into, or I can just Tailwind anyway. I'm just gonna Tailwind anyway because I don't know what they have in the back, and I'm just gonna go right for. Do I have Rockhead? Intimidate. Okay, I'm just gonna go right for a Rock Slide. Reflect. That doesn't do too much. You get a flinch on Greedent, though. I'm just going to double into Greedent, I think. Well, I'm still clicking that spread Rock Slide with Arcanine, but yeah, I'll attack Greedent with the Bug Buzz. They do get Light Screen up, unfortunately. Greedent gets a Swords Dance. I'm just not doing damage quickly enough, am I? Oh, but I can Encore it now. So we'll do that. They can click Parting Shot if they want. I actually could switch out to Overquill here because it has the Dark-type Prankster immunity. Yeah, I'm good with that. Greedent won't be able to attack because I lock it into Swords Dance. Actually, Spirit Break Illumise, okay. I can think about switching that back out now. Nah, it's fine. I'll just keep clicking Bug Buzz. And I could go for a Swords Dance here. That seems pretty free. Yeah, just chipping away at the Greedent. We do give it its berry there, so it gets almost back to full. But now it doesn't have the berry anymore. I guess I'll just put my Tailwind back up. I mean, it hasn't really been useful yet, but you never know. And I'll go right for a big gunk shot into this Greedent. I don't know why I hesitated on the name of that Pokemon. That is what it's called. Nice damage. Here I think I will switch Illumise out for Arc. No, I have to Encore the Greedent first. And I'm going to switch it up and go for Throat Chop in case they switch in Metagross on the expected poison type attack. Nope, they stay in, so they're locked into Swords Dance again, but also they're knocked out. Illumise is at minus a million special attack. Now the Metagross is here. I still have Tailwind. I also can Thunder Wave it. I think I'm good with that. Never know when a full para might come in handy. I'll just Throat Chop. There's Steel going for big Bullet Punch damage. Nope, no Bullet Punch. What did they go for? Heavy Slam? Stomping Tantrum into Overquill. Okay, fair enough. Here I'll switch back to Arcanine. Finally. And I could try to take the KO on Grimmsnarl. Their Reflect is about to end too. If I land this Gunk Shot, that's pretty good. Bullet Punch knocks out Overquill. Okay, I don't get the KO on Grimmsnarl. That's alright, I think. Bullet Punch there. It's not great because none of my remaining Pokemon really want to take that Spirit Break. I'll lock into Flare Blitz here, into the Metagross. And bring the Tailwind back, I guess. Even though it's not really ever been useful in this game. I get the Reflect back, but Metagross, of course, drops to that anyway. And who's last? Deoxys. Okay. They're only available Pokemon that is not weak to fire, but even so, Thunder Wave into Flare Blitz should do just fine here. Point as we connect. They don't even have Protect on it, and their Fast Taunt doesn't matter with Prankster Thunder Wave. Okay, we missed the Thunder Wave. And the Flare Blitz doesn't do a whole lot through Reflect and Parting Shot. Superpower into Arcanine. That's not good. That's not good. I mean, I guess we just try to damage Deoxys anyway here. Bug Buzz does a lot, actually, even through the light screen. It has Berry, but 40% from Flare Blitz with its defense drop. Arcanine goes down here. Grimmsnarl can still be annoying to deal with, but I should have enough for it at this point. And they actually forfeit. Nice. Okay, let's get, I don't know, probably one more best of 3 set. These sets take a while. But we'll see. Yeah, if we can get an opponent, of course. That Arcanine was really well positioned against their team in the end. It did just enough before it went down, removing that Deoxys. Yeah, I don't think Grimmsnarl was beating Mesprit and Illumise even with the Spirit Break available. It also was intimidated a bunch of times, so it could get special attack drops, but it couldn't do much damage to me. A Pincurchin, cool. Okay, I have Sonic the Hedgehog here. I have Assault Vest, Alolan Sandslash. Sure. Life Orb Espathra. Loaded Dice, Sword Stance, Scale Shot, Garchomp. Life Orb, Nasty Plot, Delphox. Life Orb, Tailwind, Cleavor. And Choice Band, Emboar. A lot of fun options here. They have Citrus Berry, Pincurchin. Ooh, Toxic Spikes, Pincurchin. Good thing it doesn't have Acupressure. Shell Smash, Dreadnought. Choice Band, Wugtrio. That's a new one to me. Iron Defense, Body Press, Fortress. Strength Sap, Tailwind, Pollen Puff, Jumpluff. With no items, so that it gets boosted damage on Acrobatics. And they have a Brute Bonnet. Let's just do a Spathra Delphox. I can Lumina Crash into Fire Blast and stuff. Be cool if it works. And I'll bring Garchomp. And I'll bring Cleavor, just on vibes. Okay, Pincurchin, Brute Bonnet is the lead. That means they can't Spore me, so that's good. On the other hand, it's not like I can Lumina Crash the Brute Bonnet, but I can Dazzling Gleam it. They have Sucker Punch. I think I'm okay to just Terra Fairy right away. Dazzling Gleam. Oh, but both of my Pokemon are weak to the Sucker Punch. Alright, let's switch out to Garchomp. Terra Fire, Fire Blast the Brute Bonnet. There we go. Now we're gaming. Sucker Punch crits Delphox. Still does a lot of damage, but... yeah, Brute Bonnet is out of here. Never get a chance to Spore anything, even when their own Electric Drain wears off. Delphox narrowly survives an Electro Web. I know this is an old Smogon meme, but I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what the deal is with I'd Go Chomper here. Somebody explain that meme in the comments, please. I can Earthquake. Protect Earthquake. Yeah, they're not going to one-shot Garchomp with a... or I could Scale Shot. I can one-shot Garchomp with a Choice Band Wugtrio, right? I have a lot of power on this team. Let's just Protect Earthquake. Somebody explain this meme to me in the comments. Terra Grass Pincurchin. Okay, I guess they got me with that. They lock Wug Trio into Aqua Jet, so it's just as well that I didn't scale shoot. I definitely wasn't ready for that Earthquake animation. I guess I'll scale shoot now into Wug Trio though, because I just don't want to click Earthquake again this turn. And Delphox, I might want to Fire Blast this Pincurchin later, so I'll swap Delphox out to a Spathra. Takes the Aqua Jet reasonably well. I missed the scale shot. They get Toxic Spikes. So Delphox is going to be on borrowed time if and when it comes back in. They don't have Protect on the Pincurchin though. I'll go for another Earthquake here. That doesn't make sense, does it? Scale Shot is just stronger as long as it connects. Okay, I'll just Scale Shoot and Lumina Crash Pincurchin, I guess. Big damage. Big damage? Big damage. Well, Trio's gone. They knock out a Spathra. Pincurchin can't hit Garchomp. Is good. I'll go Cleavor here. Try to clean up this Dreadnought. Do I have Protect on Cleavor? I do, so I can Earthquake Protect. Yeah, so Delphox will only get, if Delphox has to come back in the endgame, it only survives one more turn, but they don't have Protect on Pincurchin, so as long as I land the Fire Blast, I can get rid of it. There's the Shell Smash. Might be faster than Garchomp now. We'll just double into Dreadnought, I suppose. They have Rock Slide, but I don't think it's going to one-shot Garchomp, right? So okay, they crunch into Cleavor. It actually doesn't KO. And I do land the Scale Shot next. 4 hits, they live on 1%, so good thing Cleavor survived. I mean, Garchomp would be faster than Dreadnought after that anyway, but... yeah, Garchomp 100% beats Pincurchin now, but we'll try to beat it with Delphox. So I'll click Swords Dance and Fire Blast. Don't forfeit. Let Delphox have this. They forfeit. Okay. Game 2. I have... why does this say, how do you like that, Obama? Someone explain that meme to me in the comments too. Okay, Life Orb, Grumpig, Nasty Plot. I have Power Herb, Meat Eater Beam, Lunala. I have Assault Vest, Go-Goat. That's fun. It also has Leaf Storm, so it has a special attack if I really want. Life Orb, Bayonet. Maybe that's some good PDL practice there. I have Raikou with Electroweb, Scald, and Thunderbolt. I have Resto, Chesto, Stamina, Body Press, Mudsdale. I'm up against Colossal, Rapid Spin, sure. Oh, it is Flame Body, not Steam Engine. Choice Band Entei, Toadscruel, Choice Band Gumshoes, Life Orb Gengar, Life Orb Sword Stance Mimikyu. Okay. I mean, Mudsdale's not bad into these banded Pokemon. Well, I don't really want it taking a Sacred Fire, do I? But I do have Rest, actually. Burn is not the end of the world for this Mudsdale. That doesn't necessarily mean I want to lead with it, though. I think I want to lead with Raikou. Let's do Lunala. Let's do Lunala, Raikou, Bayonet, Mudsdale. Unfortunately, leaving the goat behind. Yeah, seeing the full sprite doesn't clear anything up about that one. Unfortunately, Toadscruel resists the Meat Eater Beam. That would be otherwise pretty solid to land into it. Actually, I don't have... I sort of neglected to lead with any good Toadscruel answers here. So I'm just gonna... I can Scald Toadscruel. It's only neutral, though. And the burn doesn't matter that much to it. I'm gonna Terra. I'm just gonna go for a Moongeist Beam now and hopefully go for the Meteor Beam another time. I just want to damage this Toadscruel. Toadscruel Mimikyu actually looks really strong because they have Rage Powder and Disguise on the board at the same time. well, what they do with that, we'll see. They didn't click Rage Powder. They did just go right for a Swords Dance with Mimikyu, though. And that's not a lot of damage on that Toedscruel. They Spore Raikou. Okay, so I just played this completely wrong. Let's see if they let me have my Meat Eater Beam stuff now. But yeah, probably just gonna get wrecked by this Mimikyu. Is Lunala blowing up the moon in that sprite? I think it is. So this will break the disguise, but unfortunately that's basically all it'll do. We've made Mimikyu sad, but that doesn't translate to a win against it. Raikou stays asleep. Toedscruel goes for Earth Power. They're not putting Lunala to sleep. This ladder doesn't have Sleep Claws, does it? Surely not. Oh, it actually does. Oh, I never knew that. Maybe there's some way I would have played. Yeah, I might have played this differently somehow or other if I'd known that there's Sleep Claws on this ladder. Why is there Sleep Claws? This isn't OU. Why did I go Mudsdale here? I have Heavy Slam and Physical Bulk. That's why I went Mudsdale here. Raikou is not yet guaranteed to wake up, so I don't think they click Spore here. It's really throwing me that there's Sleep Claws. I guess I can't keep calling this VGC random battles because there's so many differences from VGC at this point. I just assumed that it wouldn't be there. Good thing I didn't find out the hard way. They redirect my Heavy Slam. That's not good. That does so much damage. Okay, I'm gonna rest. Maybe I can get through this with stamina, but I think I need them to miss the play rough if that's gonna work. I guess I go for Scalded and Mimikyu here, because burning it is another out. Unless they Rage Powder again. If they Spore and either Mimikyu gets burned or they miss the play rough, then I should be okay, at least for this turn. But multiple things have to go right for that to work out that way. The Toedscruel Mimikyu is just such a scary lead duo this whole game. They Shadow Sneak Raikou. That could work out for me too. Nope, they knock out Mudsdale with an Earth Power. Alright, well, go Bayonet here, and I've had enough of this Toedscruel. Let's see if a Shadow Sneak knocks it out before we get KO'd back by Mimikyu. I mean, it's get KO'd or get put to sleep. It kind of works out to the same thing. But now we go to game 3. And I don't think they're getting Toedscruel Mimikyu again, right? But what happened? No, I don't want to forfeit. Okay, they don't have Toedscruel Mimikyu. They have the goat now. Alright. Choice Band Wugtrio. Stealth Rock. It's a similar Scream Tail to the previous game, the earlier game, except that this one is Disable instead of Encore. Haven't yet seen a Scream Tail with both. Maybe that would be kind of broken on a random ladder. Life Orb. 3 attacks, Haxorus. No Swords Dance or Dragon Dance. Light Clay, Aurora Veil, Alolan Ninetales. Coil, Sandaconda. That's a fun duo, potentially. Assault Vest, Hisuian, Goodra. So a lot of ways to take advantage of the Aurora Veil there. They have Assault Vest Belly Bolt, Assault Vest Go-Goat, Bulk Up Okidogi, they have a Talonflame, they have Teal Mask Ogerpon with a Citrus Berry and Knockoff, and they have Terra Dragon Vaporeon. I do think I want to do something with this Aurora Veil. I don't hate just trying to set Sandaconda up. The only thing is the... Oh, with Terra Dragon, yeah, I think it works here. Because they don't have great answers to Dragon typing. I don't love the Goodra into all those Assault Vests on their team, so I think I'll bring Haxorus. I don't really love the Wugtrio, though, either here. Okay, I'll bring Goodra instead of Wugtrio. Sandaconda is a pretzel. Keep seeing... That's what I like about playing randoms right now. I keep seeing interesting sprites that I might not have encountered otherwise. Okay, they go Belly Bolt and Okie Dogie. I'm just gonna go straight for an Aurora Veil and a Coil. What's my build? Oh yes, Shed Skin. I can at least boost up with Okie Dogie and shed or rest off any poisons, and I have the super effective... Is it high horsepower that I have on this? Not really. I really don't know in what way Sandaconda is a horse, but I'm not complaining. I was about to say we haven't seen any mythical Pokemon this video, but that's not true. We've seen Manaphy and Shaman at least. I don't think I've had any mythical Pokemon in this video. They Terra Water the Belly Bolt, so now it's going to resist my Blizzard. And it's doing a lot to Sandaconda. I can change that by going Terra Dragon, and then I resist all its attacks. And I think I'm down to just click Blizzard. Maybe I start freezing stuff. Terra Dragon... Coil? Should be okay. The Blizzard's not doing much damage. And charge the Belly Bolt. No freeze. They start attacking with Okie Dogie. Doesn't do very much though. The Muddy Water will do a lot less now, yeah. What just happened? They lowered my accuracy. Why does it look like a boost? Is that an April Fool's thing as well? Oh man, okay. That's very silly. I'm just gonna go for another Coil. I might want to think about clicking Rest soon though. They switch Okie Dogie out to Ogerpon. That's not going to enjoy taking this Blizzard. It actually takes less than half. Isn't ideal, but yeah, I get a Coil. They can crit Sandaconda now with Ivy Cudgel, but I do resist. Blizzard. They also can knock off. That might be what they're going for here. Let's keep coiling, I think. I can still think about clicking Rest soon, especially if I do lose my leftovers. But no, they Ivy Cudgel. Doesn't crit, doesn't do much. They do get rid of Ninetales now. I still have a few more turns of Aurora Veil. Sandaconda's at +4. I'm gonna go Hisuian Gudra here with the Assault Vest. That's pretty good, I think. This is a create a Pokemon, isn't it? I used to participate in that back in like the really early years. I don't remember the name of this one. That was kind of a fun time, but I don't know. I just moved on at some point, I guess. But I enjoyed it. Okay. I got Thunderbolt the Belly Bolt. Yeah, let's start attacking things. Let's try to get rid of this Belly Bolt. Okay, they follow me. Fair enough. But they never knocked off Sandaconda, and I'm not complaining about that. Is Okie Dogie coming back? This is called Snailstrom. I think it might be. Yeah, Okie Dogie's back. I'll just leave Gudra in. Try to Thunderbolt the Belly Bolt, and yeah, let's unleash the full power of this horse on Okie Dogie. Well, it's at +4, so not quite the full power, but I think it's enough. Now they knock off Sandaconda. Thunderbolt doesn't do that much to Belly Bolt. It has the Assault Vest, I guess, doesn't it? Muddy Water doesn't do much back. Sandaconda, yeah, is now showing double accuracy. That is really throwing me, but it is just a bit, I guess. Anyway, they got Go-Goat. Drop a Draco on Belly Bolt, and I'm gonna go for the rest here. Oh my god, that did so much! What happened? Wait, they knocked out Sandaconda. How did they do that? How did Leaf Storm from Go-Go do that much? Oh, this is... Now I'm wondering if that's an April Fool's Day thing, which there's no way, right? But my brain is getting cooked here. What does the Go-Goat have? That's got some horsepower of its own. See if this knocks out Belly Bolt. High horsepower doesn't do that much to Goodra. Belly Bolt's finally gone. That thing sat there for a long time, but now I've got these two in against the Go-Goat. Dragon Claw is just under half, but oh, they crit. Okay, I was about to say we know that doesn't KO, but yeah, there's a lot of horsepower throughout this battle. And it'll take two more Dragon Claws. Do they knock us out first? They go for Horn Leech for some reason instead of what, Double Edge, I guess. Well, I guess they don't have the HP for Double Edge instead of high horsepower. But Haxorus will close this one out. That last little bit of mustard on this battle, and that was a lot of fun. I think we can call it there after watching our two horses go head to head. And my horse got knocked out first, but still ultimately emerged the winner. But yeah, there were definitely some things that threw me this time. The Sleep Claws. Fortunately, that was an issue for my opponent, not for me. Unfortunately, I lost that game anyway. Whatever was going on with the accuracy drops on the Sandaconda, and of course, I don't know how a Go-Goat did that much damage with Leaf Storm to a Dragon. I mean, I guess I just was so used to not taking much because I'd boosted my defense. I wasn't used to taking special attacks. Maybe that's all it is, but what even is Go-Goat's special attack stat? I don't know what's going on here, but I think I'm going to start tilting if I keep playing because it's been pretty chaotic, and I think we can call it there.